It's Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. A lot to talk about today. And the way I see it, and feel free to comment down below, would love to know what you're thinking today. Things are about to get out of control. And many of you realize this, many of you are preparing for this. I've never seen things so out of control financially, so far out of control socially, so far out of control spiritually. We are absolutely, no doubt, out of control. Now, I want to start with a few articles today. California gas prices soar to the highest point of the year, and we're going to see gas prices go back out of control. Regular unleaded, right here in California, $5.26 on average. LA County, regular unleaded at $5.36 on average. And I bring this up because this is coming your way. I know a lot of people say, oh yeah, but it's only $4 where I live. It's only $4.50 where I live. It's coming your way. And gas prices are going to go up, and that means everything else is going to go up with it, because everything is shipped by truck, a train, a ship, a boat, an airplane. It's all shipped by something that requires oil and gasoline. And so we're going to see prices continue to go up at the stores, continue to go up at the grocery store. So prepare, ladies and gentlemen. Inflation is no way, in any shape or form, gone, and it's not going to go away. Now, let's talk about what happened in the markets today. Stock market up today, everything's fine, but Peloton shares tumble as subscriptions decline due to bike recall and warm weather. Let's be very honest here. Peloton shares are declining because people are broke. People don't have stimulus money to go out and spend thousands of dollars on these bikes. The money is gone. Peloton stock today down 22.6%. Again, this is another indicator that people just don't have the discretionary spending now that they once did to be buying things like this. Here's another one. Foot Locker shares plunged 28%. Let me remind you, markets were booming today. Everything's fine, yet Foot Locker shares plunged 28% as it slashes guidance and blames consumer softness. We go back a couple years ago, people were getting all the benefit money, the triple P money, they were getting stimmies. They didn't have to go to work, they didn't have to pay rent, so they were out buying $200, $300, $500 gym shoes. And now people are selling these gym shoes because they need cash. And I watch a channel on YouTube, and I've been watching this channel, I forgot the name of it, but it's where people come into this store and they sell these gym shoes, mainly Nikes, for money, for cash, and it's unbelievable the cost of some of these shoes and what people are willing to pay. Now the consumer's broke. Now the consumer is taking in their used pair of $1,000 Nike, and they're trying to get $500 for a pair of shoes that they wore one time. Again, I've never seen anything like this. We are living in absolutely crazy times. Here's another one. Nike falls for record 10th straight day as Foot Locker woes. China slowdown hit stock. Year to date, Nike is down 16.8%. This is the illusion, the bubble that people have been living in, where they were getting all this free money and they were going out and buying $500 or $5,000 shoes, Nike shoes, thinking that these were assets, that they were investing in gym shoes. This is the world we live in now, ladies and gentlemen, and people are going to pay a severe price for their stupidity. I've never seen anything like it. It's unbelievable. When you give people money for free, when they don't have to work for it, when you just give it to them like monopoly money, I don't think people really respect what money is unless they really, really work for it, unless you really put the time, effort, and sweat for that paycheck. I don't think people really have an understanding of what money is. It's easy come, easy go. I'm going to just go buy, you know, a $2,000 pair of Nikes, or a $5,000 pair of Nikes, or a $20,000 pair of Nikes. I'm going to go buy, you know, a watch that used to be $5,000, and I'm going to pay $20,000 for it. It's just, it's funny money. And so we had this era of a couple years where we injected $7 trillion into the economy over 30 months. People were making money on meme stocks and NFTs and all these cryptos. And now they're coming to the realization that the game is over. And now people are getting very, very desperate. And that's why so many people are heading to the pawn shops. That's why people are selling their gym shoes. That's why I'm seeing you know, so many boats for sale, so many used cars for sale. They're selling their jet skis. I mean, all this stuff is going up for sale because people now realize that they need real money to pay the utility bills. They're going to need real money to go to the grocery store to buy food in order to survive. Wolfstreet.com. Home sales plunge further as demand vanishes at these prices. Even cash buyers pull back. Supplies keeps rising. So we continue to be told that inventory is shrinking, although right here it says that the supply is beginning to rise. What is shrinking and what is vanishing are the buyers. And that's going to be the biggest concern for the housing market, is where are the buyers? They are disappearing. They are vanishing. Sales of previously owned homes are down 16.6% compared to last July. So this past July, we are down 16.6% compared to the previous July of 2022. Now, compared to July of 2018, existing home sales are down 24.4%. We compare existing home sales from this past July to July of 2019, they're down 24.5%. Now we compare to July 2021, home sales are down 32.5%. This is a big, big number. So we take previously owned homes. This last July compared to July of 2021, sales are down 32.5%. That is an all-out, full-blown collapse, ladies and gentlemen. That is falling off the cliff collapse. Here's another one today from the hedge. And remember, markets across the board up today, we're being told everything is good, but you look at some of these stocks, you look at what's happening in housing. This is a massive industry. Housing goes, it all goes, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just another canary in the coal mine. Home purchase applications plummet to 28-year low. Nobody can afford to buy a home anymore. This on the hedge today. This is the lowest level since 1995. Bankrate.com, 30-year fixed mortgage today. I checked it, 7.61%. What if you don't have an 800 FICO? Well, you're probably paying around 9%, probably pretty close to 9%. And it's about to get much worse as borrowing costs continue to climb. The housing market is in big trouble. And the housing market, in my opinion only, is about to feel severe pain. Comment down below. Do you think the housing market is going to improve by the end of this year, or will it be worse? I think that it's very, very possible that we're going to see people that maybe don't have 20% down, that don't have an 800 plus FICO. I think it's very possible that you're going to see people forced to pay 10% on a 30-year. And it's very possible that it's going to be even higher than that. I'm in the minority here, I guess. I don't believe that the Fed is going to reverse course anytime soon. In fact, I think it's very possible, even probable, that the Fed is going to raise in 2024. I think we have 1 to 2 more this year. One for sure, but I do believe that it is very probable that the Fed will raise rates in 2024. As many people think that they're going to reverse and lower rates, I believe they're going to raise rates and they're going to hold rates higher for longer. Let me know your thoughts. I could be out of my mind here. Maybe I'm just oblivious to what's going on, but that's my opinion. Here's another one from the hedge. U.S. new home sales soar to 17-month highs in July as mortgage rates spike. You know, soon it's going to be cheaper to buy a new home than an existing home because the home builders know what's coming. They know what's going on here, and they are throwing in a lot of incentives, and they're dropping prices to unload these properties that they're building. The question is, how long can home builders continue bleeding profitability by doing this? They're buying down mortgage rates, they're cutting prices, they're throwing in incentives, maybe they're throwing in a swimming pool, maybe they're throwing in, you know, the stainless steel appliances and the granite countertops or the travertine floors. They're throwing in incentives, they're buying down mortgage rates, they're slashing prices. So the question is, how long can they continue to do this before they cannot? That is the question. Peter Schiff, BRICS nations will blunt Western dominance. Now, what's interesting is I watched some of the news today. I didn't see one mention of the BRICS summit from yesterday or today. No mention of it whatsoever. Stock market up, everybody's, you know, clapping, everybody's laughing. But the BRICS bloc, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, this accounts for 40% of global population. And these countries, on top of just the BRICS, many countries that are applying, countries thinking of applying. There's many countries now in South Africa at this summit listening to what the BRICS has to say. Now, you take just the BRICS alone, these countries, that's 25% of global GDP right there between Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. 25% of the world GDP right there. That's not including the countries that are applying, the countries that are thinking about applying, like Saudi Arabia. The BRICS supply a lot of goods to America. They also lend a lot of money to the U.S. Now, Peter Schiff says here, things don't appear to be getting any better. He says, we are broke as a nation and the inflation genie is out of the bottle. He goes on to say, we are the world's biggest debtor nation. We have record trade deficits, record budget deficits, and inflation that's about to run out of control. Comment down below. Is Peter Schiff out of his mind? Is he making this up, or is this true? You can look at the data. Peter Schiff is spot on here, but people believe that we're going to continue doing this and getting a better result. We're going to continue doing this and not collapse the US dollar or bankrupt the nation. Now, Peter Schiff makes a very, very good point here, and I have to agree. He says, I don't think the economy has ever been this weak. Please show me a time where the economy and the debt and the deficits have been this severe. He says, we gave the world a powerful reason not to be a part of this system. He is 100% correct. Take a look at what the sanctions have done. It is now pushing the world away from the U.S., and we are going to pay a very, very severe price here as a nation, in my opinion, and the opinion of Peter Schiff. Now, I want to close with two articles here that are very, very concerning, and this is just becoming just everyday, an everyday action in society now with the violence that we're seeing. It's just everyday behavior in society. Two suspects in $100,000 Corona jewelry store smash and grab, arrested after pursuit into Fullerton. Corona, nice area. I think they call it the Orange County outside of Orange County. A lot of people moved out that way into Corona because Orange County was just so expensive. Daniel's Jewelers has experienced a smash and grab. It happened at 2:57 p.m. on Monday when police were called, and then it landed into a high-speed pursuit into Fullerton, into Orange County. This is just becoming more and more common. And I used to live in Fullerton. So, you know, when I read this stuff, as I've been through Corona a million times, lived in Fullerton, very, very safe area, at least it was many years ago when I lived there. But what's happening to these stores, especially now, we're seeing an uptick in these jewelry store robberies. The one just a few weeks ago that happened in Riverside, California, the one that happened in Irvine, California, one of the safest cities in America. Every week now, jewelry stores in my area or in my state. This is not very far away. This is literally 45 minutes away from my house, Corona. Riverside, same thing. I mean, this is happening all the time. Now, this last one, many of you may have seen this. If you haven't, you can Google it. Video, heartless attack as woman pistol whipped, robbed, and dragged in Oakland. This happened August 16th. Shocking incident, ladies and gentlemen. This woman, I mean, you can see the video of it. You can Google it. This woman was just beaten and dragged across the asphalt by these criminals. I will just say criminals. I don't know. You can call them demonic entities, whatever you want to call them. But it's shocking to watch a young woman beaten and then dragged across the asphalt in broad daylight. Things are erupting without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen, right here in the U.S., erupting socially. And it's another reminder that you have got to be careful out there. Situational awareness, you got to acquire skill sets now somehow to defend yourself, whether it's using certain tools or it's just hand-to-hand combative skills, jiu-jitsu, boxing, something to where at least you can get away, to where you can get some distance and get away. This woman had no chance whatsoever. I mean, just, it's scary. It really is. So if you have daughters, think about, you know, making sure that they have at least some type of skills to protect themselves, to at least gain some distance in order to get out of a bad situation. It's not always about just winning a fight, but just breaking loose, gaining some distance, and you're able to run away and get away from the danger. So again, things are erupting, and I have to share just some of this stuff that's happening socially, because you can't just prepare financially for what's coming, ladies and gentlemen, because as bad as things are financially and as bad as they're going to be, the real fear I have is what's going to happen socially. When people get hungry, when people get angry, when people want to blame somebody for their problems, they're coming to you. And so if you're not prepared for this, you're going to have a really, really bad day. I'm going to leave it there this afternoon. Have a wonderful day. God bless every one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. The news continues to just get worse and worse and worse, and things are going to continue to get out of control. So please, please take action and be preparing the best that you can. And you have to be really now doing this daily, absorbing knowledge, absorbing the information and data, educating yourself, asking questions, and getting in a mental mindset to be able to defeat this evil. God bless. Have a great day. And as always, I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you.